and divide by 2. Does not reverse the inequality. So now let's take a look at a number line also for this problem. So I have greater than or equal to -2. That's everything shading from -2 inclusive, that's the bracket, to the right. Less than or equal to 5 is a bracket and shading everything to the left. With an and, it's what they have in common, where they intersect. So they intersect in this region. So that's the solution. The solution is from -2 to 5 inclusive of the endpoints. So we show the interval -2, 5 with a bracket, not a parenthesis. Now sometimes you see a conjunctive inequality, an and, written this way. So you see in the middle the x plus 5, and it actually breaks into 2 problems. You can solve them separately, as 3 is less than x plus 5 and x plus 5 is less than 4, or you could solve them simultaneously. So you could split it up into 2 problems like number 5, or you could simply subtract 5 to the left and right and keep x in the middle. So we have -2 is less than x is less than -1. So x lies between a -2 and -1. They're parentheses, not brackets, and it's between those two. X is greater than -2. That would be shading everything to the right. Less than -1 is everything shaded to the left, and therefore what they have in common is between the two, which is the interval between -2 and -1, exclusive of the endpoints. You could have solved them separately like we did in number 5, or you could solve them simultaneously like we just did. Work on another one, a conjunctive inequality again. You could split it up as -2 is less than or equal to 3x plus 1, and 3x plus 1 is less than or equal to 7, and solve the two separately. Or you could subtract 1 in all 3 places and have -3 is less than or equal to 3x is less than or equal to 6. Then we want to solve for x, so we want to divide in all 3 places, divide by 3. So I have -1 is less than or equal to, x is less than or equal to 2 on the number line. Now x is greater than or equal to -1, so it would be everything shaded to the right. It's less than or equal to 2, which is everything shaded to the left, and where they intersect or overlap is between the two, but now it includes the endpoints. So it's the interval between -1 and 2 inclusive of the endpoints. Again, this is conjunctive. So what I want to do is clear the fraction first. So I'm going to multiply all three positions here by 5. So I'm getting a negative 5 is less than 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Negative 1 times 5, the middle fraction times 5, and 0 times 5. Then just like in the previous problem, I want to add 3 in all three positions. And I want to divide by 2. So now x is greater than negative 1, and it's less than or equal to negative 3 halves. So it's in the interval between negative 1 and 3 halves, exclusive of negative 1, but inclusive of 3 halves.